Welcome back to the Shigeaki Podcast, where science meets longevity, and where every small decision becomes a step towards strength, clarity, and grace, especially after 60. Let me start with a simple question. Do your legs feel heavy, weak, or shaky, even when you haven't done much? I see it all the time. One of my patients, Alan, is 72. He's not overweight. He walks every morning. He even does a bit of stretching. But recently he told me something that really struck a chord. Doc, I can't walk more than 20 minutes without feeling like my knees are going to give out. Stairs are the worst. I get halfway up and feel like I'm dragging bricks. His labs looked fine. His heart was okay. But one thing was clear. His legs were losing power. What's happening in cases like this? That's what we're going to explore today. And joining me as always is a man whose wisdom has carried generations toward healthy aging, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you, Mark. In Japan, we call the legs our second hearts. Why? Because they don't just carry the body, they pump blood back to the brain, to the heart, to the gut. When the legs grow weak, everything slows down: circulation, memory, metabolism. In traditional practice, we observe small signs: standing up more slowly, walking with hesitation, losing force in the push-off of each step. These are not just aging signs, they're functional alarms.
Exactly. So many people tell me, but I eat fine, I'm active, I haven't gained weight. Yet the muscles in the legs still shrink, the balance falters, the joints ache. That's because leg weakness isn't just about calories or exercise. It's often about the missing nutrients that support nerve muscle function, circulation, and repair.
Yes, and the good news is nature already gave us the tools. In today's episode, we're going to reveal 8 specific foods backed by research and traditional use that can begin to restore strength to your legs in as little as 12 hours. Not with pills, not with extreme workouts, but with the right nourishment taken at the right time. Here's what we'll explore together: why leg strength fades faster after 60, even if your weight stays stable. 8 powerful foods ranked from number 8 to number 1 that support leg muscles, joints, blood flow, and balance. How to combine and time them for maximum absorption and faster results. And a simple plan you can start tonight to feel more confident on your feet by tomorrow.
We want you to feel strong again, not just in your arms or back, but in your foundation. Because the truth is, leg power is one of the most important predictors of aging well and staying independent. So, if you or someone you love has trouble getting up from a chair, if walking feels harder than it used to, or if you're afraid of falling, this episode is for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Shigeaki Podcast with someone who deserves to feel stronger, more stable, and more alive, starting from the ground up. Let's talk about something most people over 60 feel but few can explain. That sudden sense that your legs just aren't what they used to be. You didn't gain weight, you're still walking, maybe even stretching, but you get tired faster. Your knees wobble on the stairs, and standing up from a low chair feels like a workout. This isn't your imagination. It's called age-related leg weakness, and it usually stems from 3 key factors: muscle loss or sarcopenia, poor blood circulation, electrolyte imbalance, especially potassium and magnesium. Now, sarcopenia, that's the gradual loss of muscle mass that begins in your 40s and speeds up after 60. By the time you're 70, it's common to lose 15 to 20% of your leg muscle mass, even without realizing it.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we don't look at muscle size alone. We observe the function, that how fast someone stands, how steady their steps are, how strong their grip is. And we say, the foot touches the earth. When it weakens, the body floats and loses direction. Weak legs don't just slow you down. They confuse your balance, dull your reflexes, and most dangerously, increase your risk of falling. Once you fall, recovery becomes difficult. Independence starts to slip away.
Exactly. And most people don't realize that poor circulation and nutrient depletion play a major role. Your leg muscles rely on blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients. But after 60, blood vessels become stiffer, and nitric oxide, that is a natural vasodilator, declines. That means less blood reaches your calves, knees, and thighs, especially during activity. Add to that a lack of essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, and suddenly your muscles can't contract or relax properly. This can lead to cramps, instability, and chronic fatigue.
In Japanese longevity culture, we say, if the leg is soft, the heart is strong. But we must nourish that softness not just with movement, but with the right nourishment. And sadly, many elders eat fewer proteins and minerals as they age. Appetite goes down, digestion weakens, and yet these are the very nutrients the legs depend on to stay strong. Let's summarize the 3 silent forces draining your leg power. Not enough high-quality protein, no raw material to repair or build muscle. Low intake of potassium and magnesium. Poor muscle contraction leading to stiffness or shakiness. Disrupted nerve muscle signal. Your brain sends walk, but your feet don't respond with force.
But here's the good news. Some foods can reverse this. Yes, you heard that right. The right ingredients that rich in circulation boosters, natural electrolytes, muscle-repairing amino acids, and neuromuscular activators can reignite the connection between brain nerves and muscles, starting in as little as 12 hours.
And not rare foods either. They're often simple, traditional, and already in your kitchen or local market.
So next, we'll count down the top 8 foods that science and tradition agree can bring life back to your legs. 8. Bananas. Let's start with something incredibly simple but incredibly powerful. Bananas. Now, a lot of people think of bananas as just sugar, but when it comes to restoring leg function, bananas actually deliver one of the most essential nutrients for aging muscles: potassium.
Potassium is the quiet conductor. Without it, the muscles cannot contract properly. It regulates the electrical signals between your nerves and your muscles, especially in the legs, calves, and feet.
I've had patients who struggled with night cramps, early fatigue during walking, or shaky knees on stairs, and often they were slightly dehydrated or low in potassium. Adding 1 banana a day helped reduce cramps and improve coordination within 48 hours. Best times to eat bananas: mid-morning, when cortisol starts to dip, or mid-afternoon, when the body often feels sluggish. This helps top up your potassium before evening fatigue sets in.
How to use: eat it alone with a few walnuts, slice into a smoothie with spinach and flax, or mash into warm oatmeal with cinnamon for breakfast. In traditional practice, bananas are seen as supportive, not stimulating. They don't give a spike, they give stability.
So, before you reach for caffeine or another salty snack, consider a banana. Sometimes a little yellow fruit is exactly what your legs need to stand steady again. 7. Bone broth. Nuok ham zhuang. Let's talk about something deeply nourishing: bone broth. Not just a soup, but a joint and tissue repair tonic, rich in collagen, gelatin, and glycine. These compounds are essential for ligaments, tendons, and the padding around your knees and ankles that suffer most as we age. Many of my older patients feel less joint pain and more leg stability after just a few days of sipping bone broth.
Yes, Mark. In our tradition, we say, when bones are tired, return to the bones. Chicken or beef broth, slowly simmered, releases not just flavor, but healing. Glycine calms inflammation in the joint capsules, while warm liquids improve circulation to the lower body. We often add ginger or garlic to enhance blood flow and reduce stiffness in the knees or ankles.
It's also incredibly easy to digest, ideal for people who can't handle heavy meals at night, but still need nourishment for recovery. Best time to drink late afternoon or early evening, when joints tend to swell. Before bed to promote overnight tissue repair.
And don't drink it like soup, sip it slowly like medicine. A small bowl taken with intention can become a daily ritual for mobility. If your legs ache after walking or feel unstable, bone broth may be your most natural first step toward strength.
6. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes aren't just comfort food. They're metabolic gold. They provide a steady release of energy thanks to their complex carb-soluble fiber and potassium. This combination is especially helpful for older adults because it prevents blood sugar spikes, reduces inflammation, and fuels the muscles in your legs with sustained energy rather than the crash and burn you get from processed carbs.
Yes, and in traditional practice, we value sweet potatoes as a grounding food. They warm the stomach, stabilize energy, and support muscle endurance, especially in the lower body. We often serve them lightly steamed or roasted, never fried, and always paired with a small amount of healthy fat, like sesame or olive oil, to aid absorption.
That fat pairing matters. Adding a drizzle of olive oil helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients like beta-carotene, which supports cellular recovery after walking or physical activity. Best ways to eat sweet potatoes: steam or roast them with skin on for maximum fiber. Add a pinch of cinnamon to balance blood sugar. Serve warm as a midday or early dinner. Carb.
And don't overdo the portion. Half a medium sweet potato is enough to restore energy without overloading your system. If you feel your legs tire quickly or lack stamina, sweet potatoes may be the fuel your muscles have been missing.
5. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, chard. When people think of muscle health, they often overlook one key mineral: magnesium. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are some of the richest sources of magnesium, which plays a vital role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood flow to the lower body. I've seen patients reduce leg cramps, tremors, and even improve walking stability simply by adding more greens to their meals.
And don't forget vitamin K. These greens also support vascular flexibility, helping your blood vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients down to your calves, knees, and feet. In Japan, elders often eat lightly cooked spinach or kometsuna with sesame oil, or in broth. We call it leaf medicine. When and how to eat them: lightly steam or sauté with garlic or olive oil. Add to soup at lunch or dinner. Mix into a warm salad with lemon and a few seeds.
Try having greens twice a day, one serving at lunch, one at dinner. This keeps a steady supply of micronutrients flowing to the muscles. It's not about quantity, but consistency. Even a handful of cooked greens can help relax tight legs and restore movement over time.
If your legs feel stiff, heavy, or cold, think of greens as a natural way to circulate life back into them.
4. Eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete and accessible muscle-building foods we have, especially for older adults. They contain leucine, a powerful amino acid that directly activates muscle protein synthesis. They also offer vitamin D, which supports bone strength, and choline, which helps maintain neuromuscular function, critical for balance coordination and reaction time in the legs.
In traditional medicine, we consider the egg to be a seed of strength. It is simple, round, and whole, providing balance and stability to the body. For elders in Japan, a soft boiled egg in the morning is a common practice, especially for those recovering from weakness or fatigue.
The timing makes a difference. Eating 1 to 2 eggs in the morning gives your body the raw material it needs to build or preserve muscle throughout the day. It's especially helpful for anyone experiencing sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Best ways to eat eggs: boiled soft or hard gentle on digestion. Lightly pan-fried in olive oil or grass-fed butter. Serve with a small side of greens or half a sweet potato.
Avoid pairing eggs with sugary toast or processed meat. Instead, combine them with fibrous vegetables or a fermented food. This keeps your metabolism focused on repair, not inflammation. If your legs feel like they're losing power with each decade, a single egg each morning might just help you reclaim that strength one step at a time.
3. Canned sardines or wild salmon. When it comes to food that strengthens your legs from the inside out, few options are more powerful than sardines or wild salmon. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in joints and muscle tissue and support faster recovery after movement. These fish also contain vitamin D and CoQ10, both of which are essential for muscle function, energy production, and preventing fatigue, especially in the lower body.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we respect small fish like sardines for their density of nutrition. We say, small fish, strong legs. The oils from these fish lubricate the joints and protect the nerves that control our walking reflexes.
I've had many patients over 60 who thought fish was too heavy or expensive until they tried canned wild sardines. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and require zero cooking. Just open a can, pair it with greens or whole grain toast, and you've got a muscle repair meal in minutes. How to enjoy sardines or salmon? Add to a lunch salad with olive oil and lemon mash onto whole grain crackers with avocado. Eat alongside steamed vegetables for a full anti-inflammatory plate.
And remember, don't overthink the preparation. Fish eaten simply with intention and balance can restore leg power with surprising speed. If your knees feel unstable or your legs lack strength at the end of the day, start with a small can of sardines. It may be more powerful than any supplement.
2. Greek yogurt and flax seeds. Greek yogurt is a nutritional powerhouse for older adults. It's rich in high-quality protein that's easy to digest and packed with leucine, one of the key amino acids that directly supports muscle repair and maintenance. When you add ground flax seeds, you're getting a double benefit: plant-based omega-3 fatty acids that help lower inflammation in the joints, and soluble fiber that supports digestion, which is essential for nutrient absorption as we age.
Yes, Mark, in our tradition we say, a body cannot walk strong on weak digestion. The combination of fermented dairy and seeds calms the gut and feeds the muscles, especially after gentle activity like walking or household chores.
Exactly. This is one of my go-to recommendations for seniors who walk daily but don't feel their legs getting stronger. Just one serving of Greek yogurt with flax seeds, especially when eaten after light movement, that can kickstart muscle recovery and reduce soreness. How to enjoy: mix 3 to 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt with 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds. Add blueberries or raspberries for antioxidants. Top with chia seeds or a drizzle of raw honey if desired.
Best time to eat it as a morning breakfast or a mid-afternoon recovery snack, especially within 30 to 60 minutes after walking. So if you've been walking but still feeling weak, try this simple bowl of Greek yogurt and flax. It's like a recharge for your legs.
1. Beetroot. At the very top of our list is a humble root vegetable with powerful effects: beetroot. What makes beets so special for leg strength is their ability to increase nitric oxide production, a natural compound that opens blood vessels and improves circulation to the lower body. In fact, research shows that drinking beetroot juice can enhance walking performance and endurance in older adults within just 2 to 3 hours.
Yes, Mark, in traditional practice we see beetroot as a blood-moving food. Where blood flows, strength follows. When the legs feel cold, heavy, or slow, it's often a sign that circulation is impaired. Beets gently warm and restore vitality, especially for those who feel weak despite eating well.
I often recommend beet juice for my patients who say they lose power after just 10 minutes of walking. One small glass in the morning often leads to noticeably better endurance by afternoon. How to use beetroot juice: raw, beets with lemon and a slice of ginger for extravascular support. Or boil and slice beets into a lunch or dinner salad with olive oil and arugula. For a gentle option, try roasted beet cubes as a warm side dish.
We suggest starting with half a cup of juice, especially in the morning or before light exercise. Drink it slowly and observe how your body responds. If your legs feel sluggish or walking feels harder than it used to, beetroot might just be the circulatory wake-up call your lower body has been waiting for.
When it comes to restoring leg strength, what you eat matters, but when and how you combine those foods can make an even bigger difference. The goal is to provide your muscles with clean protein for repair, electrolytes for contraction, micronutrients for blood flow.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we often say, the body wakes with balance, moves with strength, and rests with lightness. Let's look at how to align your meals across the day. Morning fuel and stability. So best foods 1 to 2. Soft-boiled eggs contains protein plus leucine. Half a banana have potassium. Small bowl of Greek yogurt plus flaxseed plus berries.
Avoid simple sugars like white bread, sweetened cereal, or fruit juice. These spike blood sugar, leading to mid-morning crashes and weaken leg endurance. Instead, aim for a balance of protein, fiber, and fat to start your day strong. Midday circulation and endurance. So, best foods: leafy greens contains magnesium plus vitamin K, grilled sardines or wild salmon contains omega-3 and CoQ10, steamed sweet potatoes with olive oil. Optional, beet juice before walking or light activity.
Lunch is when blood flow is strongest. We use this time to feed the legs with greens, for flexibility fish for nerve muscle signaling, and warm carbs for stamina. Evening, gentle recovery. So best foods: bone broth with garlic or ginger, small beet salad or roasted cubes. Light serving of soft leafy contains greens, spinach chard.
Dinner should not be heavy, especially for those with leg swelling or poor nighttime circulation. Warm broth and cooked vegetables calm the system, aid sleep, and restore tissue overnight.
We have some tips for you. 1. Do not mix sugary snacks with protein-rich meals. It weakens absorption. 2. Drink water slowly with lemon or barley tea between meals, not during, to preserve digestion. 3. Rotate foods every 2 to 3 days to prevent nutrient fatigue.
And one final note: don't fear fats from fish eggs or seeds. They're essential to transport nutrients into muscle cells. Now that we've shared the science and the food list, it's time for you to feel the results yourself. We call this the 7-Day Leg Power Reset Challenge. Here's how it works. Each day, choose at least 4 of the 8 foods we discussed and include them in your meals from morning to evening.
Yes, and while you eat, observe. We're not just measuring calories, we're paying attention to how your legs respond. Track these 3 things daily. How easily can you stand up from a low chair or bed? Can you walk upstairs without feeling unsteady or winded? Do your steps feel more grounded, more confident?
I had a 73-year-old patient who took this challenge seriously. By day 4, he noticed less stiffness in the morning. By day 7, he could walk 30 minutes without resting, something he hadn't done in years. He didn't change his workout, just his food timing and combinations.
Yes, Mark, we've seen the same results in many elders in Japan. When the foot finds its strength again, the spirit lifts with it. Just a few foods added with purpose can wake up the body's natural rhythm of movement. Extra tip here: use a notebook or a voice memo to record your daily changes. It can be as simple as stood up faster today, no knee pain climbing stairs, felt more stable walking outside.
So start today. Food is not just fuel, it's feedback, and your legs are listening. Finally, I want to say something. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't even need a gym. But what you do need, especially after 60, is to not lose your legs. Because once you start losing strength in your lower body, it becomes harder to walk, harder to balance, harder to feel independent. And yet, the truth is, your body can recover far more than you think if you feed it right.
Yes, Mark, in Japan we believe legs carry the body, but food carries the legs. That's why we don't wait for symptoms. We act early with small choices. 1 banana for potassium, 1 bowl of bone broth for joint strength, 1 glass of beet juice to restore circulation.
It doesn't take much, but it does take intention.
So today we invite you, start your own 7-day leg power ritual. Eat with purpose, walk with strength, and trust that even 1 week of the right foods can bring back energy, balance, and confidence.
Movement is a gift. Don't wait for pain to remind you how precious it is. If you found this episode helpful, like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Someone who's starting to feel a little slower, or whose legs don't feel as strong as they used to.